so there's really no excuse not to listen to the Neil Archer Show. Well, chaps, well, let me first of all say, before I go into the story today, that I do not condone violence, and I certainly don't want to stir up violence, so let's get that out of the way to start with before we talk about this situation in Northern Ireland, which is part of the UK. There have been riots in Northern Ireland, and they were caused by the fact that two 14-year-old boys who only speak Romanian and required a Romanian interpreter, but they won't say they're two Romanian boys, were charged with attempted oral rape of a teenage girl last weekend. Now, as I say, I certainly don't want to stir up hatred. I do not condone violence of any kind, but I want to show the way in which this is being reported compared to, for example, the riots in Los Angeles, which are being called mainly peaceful. I mean, this goes back to the riots back in a few years back in the Summer of Love, so-called. But this article is full of terms like... let's find, it's a very, very long article, and I'm trying to pick bits out of it. And, of course, when it's on a tablet, you can't mark it. Well, it says, for example, it comes as hate appears to be stirring online, with protesters on social media pages seemingly encouraging thugs to hunt down Romanian immigrants. So this is I'm looking at the kind of language that they're using. They also. Here we go. It says there's a little clip, and it says this is a terrifying moment when anti-immigrant rioters in Ballymena filmed themselves setting fire to a house, yelling "Fuck off, foreigners." At least two masked men filmed themselves trying to burn down a terraced property amid unrest in Northern Ireland. After two Romanian speaking, here again, they won't say they're Romanian, they say they're Romanian speaking. I mean, why? I don't understand that. Were charged with attempted rape of a local schoolgirl. One arsonist kept repeatedly heard screaming, or can be repeatedly heard screaming. Sorry, I'm having difficulty reading this. Perhaps I'll take my glasses off. I can't see a thing. Anyway, yeah, it was repeatedly screaming "fuck off, foreigners" as the kitchen smoke alarm blares out because of several small fires in the room. It then says the fire starters yelled yes as they ran out of the house, having bizarrely also stolen the kettle. Weird. They were then cheered by a mob waiting outside, not a crowd, a mob. Also in masks and hoods. So, as I say, the thrust of what I'm trying to get across here is the bias in the language used when reporting proves, in my mind, that there is no equality of treatment of people, and that basically there is a bias, and the media, as Trump said, I mean, they always, it's always one way. The amount of vitriol that comes across in that article, and the terms that they use, in my opinion, that's what's inciting, or it certainly doesn't do anything to quell violence. In my feeling, it's likely to make it worse. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you very much for joining me. Well done if you got this far, and I will see you on the next one. Cheers for now.